I got a request to talk about the morphology of another monster, and this one's a bit harder because we only have like a single attestation to its existence and only the top half for that matter. It's this guy! What little we know of a Cookie Monster's behavior comes from the single captive specimen which ate only cookies and had learned to mimic human speech. But we can't really think of that as natural behavior. That would be like saying a raccoon's natural food source is pizza, or a parrot's native call is jaunty pirate. So let's start, as we often do, with the eyes. They are large, front-facing eyes. That implies that depth perception matters and is probably a predator. And those eyes sit high on the head, which implies this might be an ambush predator that sits either at the surface of water or largely buried to engage in ambush, similar to a frog or a toad or an alligator. Now that big toothless looking maw tells us that this is probably an animal that is catching large prey, probably comparable to the size of its jaw and neck, and swallowing it whole, similar to a snake. So it isn't engaging in chewing and grinding and slicing with big teeth. It's just grabbing it and consuming it. The blue fur is a bit of an anomaly. The fur itself tells us he's probably a mammal, but the blueness is a bit odd. Bright colors like this can mean a few things. Possibly it's for sexual selection to be more appealing to a mate. Alternately, it could be a warning to predators that this animal is poisonous and not very tasty. I will propose another possibility, though, that this is dark enough blue that it could be camouflage in certain ocean areas. The thickness of the fur does tell us that this is probably an animal living somewhere that needs a lot of insulation, and the thick fluffiness of it is a bit reminiscent of otter fur. The massive insulated and webbed paws also imply that this animal swims. They'd make very good paddles and in cold water. So my best guess on this animal is that he is an ocean-going aquatic mammal, probably in cold waters. And he's an ambush predator lying in wait along shorelines, probably for things like seabirds, which with its long flexible neck and large gaping mouth can snap up in a single strike and then swallow whole.